Hello, hello. Happy Monday, everyone. How is everyone tonight? I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas. I know Rick and I and our family did. It was just wonderful. So if you're hopping in to watch tonight, please say hi. Let me know. Hey, Sandy, there you go. Hello, Kathy. Hello, hello. Hello from North Dakota. I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas. Let's see. Oh, we've got quite a few tuning in tonight. Oh, Peggy, I forgot you're still in Texas, not in Las Vegas. Hello, Allison. Oh, good. I'm glad puppy sitting is going well. Hello, Gail. Hello, Nan. Good to see everyone. Well, I have a lot to share with you tonight, mainly. Hello, Miss Gail. Oh, it's cold. It's cold. It's cold here, but not as bad as I'm sure where you are, Kathy. Hello, Mary. I have a lot to share with you, mainly about the wedding. I know so many of you have sent me text or sent me messages on Facebook asking how it went, and it was just lovely. It was just beautiful from the start of the day all the way through the reception. Everything went really smoothly, and we are happy and tickled pink to have a new son-in-law. So thanks, everyone. There's a few pictures that have been posted. I've been telling my friends, I was very tempted, I have my phone by me, and I was very tempted all day long to snap pictures, but I told myself I wanted to stay in the moment. And so I knew that other people would be snapping pictures all day and all night, which they did. So we've seen a few on Facebook, but we're just waiting patiently to see the pictures from the photographer. So as soon as I get a hold of some of those, I don't know how long it'll be, but you know that I'll be sharing them with all of you. So thank you, everyone. Tonight, I have decided to do something a little bit differently. I am way behind with sending out the prizes from sharing and commenting. It just got very hectic before the wedding, and so I need to get caught up. So tonight, what I'm offering is, instead of I'm asking you to comment and share, but tonight, instead of a prize, I'm offering, if you would be so kind to like, comment, and share, I would greatly appreciate it. But if you place an order between now and next Monday, which is January 3rd, I will gift you a bottle of my favorite adhesive, which is the Tombow multi-liquid glue. And that also includes, I have lots of girls that watch that are on my team. So if you girls place an order, if you're on my team, just send me a little text or message, and I will have a bottle of this coming your way. So the order does not have to be, I'm not putting a limit on the order. So as long as you place an order between now and Monday, you get a bottle of this from me. So, and in the meantime, I promise to get caught up on sending out all the cards and prizes, and thank you for being patient. Thanks, Shirley. Yeah, Shirley, you're always so good about sharing, so I greatly appreciate that. So, on to the cards for tonight, and in the meantime, let me sync this laptop up so I can see myself. So, did everyone have a wonderful Christmas? Did anyone get any stamping or crafting supplies? I know some of you did. Hello, Christine. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Did anyone get any Stampin' Up stuff as supplies? Stampin' Up stuff. Did you get any Stampin' Up stuff for Christmas? Good. Have any of you... There, Valerie, I knew you did. I am placing an order this week. I decided to let everything calm down, and then the brand new, oh, I forgot to mention this, mini catalog. I know they have started arriving. So for the girls who are demonstrators who are watching tonight, you should already have this beauty. But for my customers, I know Mary Teal said, I think it was either Christmas Eve. I want to say Christmas Eve. Did yours arrive, Mary? And Barb, did you get yours? Yeah. And so this mini catalog is full of goodness. So I will be placing an order and treating myself to some new Stampin' Supplies, as well as dun, 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 Saleabration. This catalog, as well as the mini catalog, begins for our customers on January 4th. But for demonstrators, we already are ordering from them and earning freebies from the Saleabration catalog. So I know this week I'm going to be placing an order. Yay, Gail, you received yours. Christmas Eve from Mary Teal. So comment and let me know if you've gotten your mini catalog and your Saleabration catalog. If you're a new customer of mine, don't fret, because I will make sure that you get a new mini catalog and an annual catalog too, as well as a Saleabration catalog. So if there's something that you see, because I know there's demonstrators out there who are posting away on all the new products. We've moved past the last catalog, and we're moving into Saleabration and the January through June catalog. So if you see something or you're not sure where it's from, don't hesitate to send me a text or a Facebook message or an email. I love answering your questions. Yay, Barb. Okay, it looks like we are all connected here. So I'm ready to show you oh, hold on, gotta mute myself in here. I'm all ready to show you some sweet cards. The first card, oh, I guess I should turn this down. I'm out of practice, girls, hold on. Okay, now, almost forgot to do this. Here we go. See, can you see it? Hi, Lynn. Oh, there's my host code. You're looking to place an order, and your order is $149.99 or less. Please use this host code, and that will help me out. But if your order is $150 or more, do not use this code, because I want you to receive the Stampin' Rewards, which you start receiving at $150 so in sales. So, oh, thank you. I was wondering, Allison, these are my wedding nails. Aren't they pretty? Kelly and I went along with one of her bridesmaids the day before the wedding, and we had manicures and pedicures, and it was a lot of fun. So yeah, it was a lot of fun treating ourselves and spending a little bit of time with my sweet girl. Okay, here's the first card, and this is a Dutch fold card, which I've done before, and I think they're so cute. And as soon as I saw this stamp, which is from a Saleabration stamp set. So this is called Catching Butterflies. Isn't she adorable? Oh, I see I've got a little glare there. Hold on. She is with her butterfly net. You can see the butterflies that she can catch. And then the words are adorable. You make my heart happy. Celebrate every beautiful thing and collecting sweet thoughts of you. Let me bring this down just a smidge. And then this is so easy to do, and it's just a sweet way to have a different fold for a card, which is always fun. So hold on, let me pull out my kit. So the card base is 4 1/8 by 8 3/4. So it's a little bit different than what, obviously we usually do for our regular card bases. And you're going to score it at 5 1/2. So 4 1/8 by 8 3/4. There's that. I'm going to put that on top. And then we're using this beautiful paper. This is from the, it's called Flowering Fields, and it's from the mini catalog. Isn't that pretty? Kind of looks like my nails. And I'm going to show you in a second all the patterns from this packet. So this is 3 by 3 7/8. And then you're going to need this is the band. This is 2 1/4 by 8 1/2, and it's scored at both ends at 2 1/8. So what that means is on my scoreboard, I scored it at 2 1/8. Then I flipped it around and scored it again at 2 1/8. Or if you don't want to flip, it's 2 1/8 by 6 3/8. But me and numbers, I got to make it easy. So I just flipped 2 1/8, flip the paper around, 2 1/8. So this color, I don't know if you recognize it. This is Rich Razzleberry, and I don't use this very often, but can you tell it's in the color of the DSP, and that's what inspired me. So there's that. This piece is 3 3/4 by 5, and that is for the inside, so you have something to stamp on. This piece is 3 1/2 by 5, and it is what I used this die from. This is Color and Contours, and I love it because it's got not only the cute scallops, but also the sweet stitching, which I love. So that's Color and Contours. That's where this came from, and this is the piece that I cut out. And then the last two little pieces, two little squares, you need two 2x2s. So 2 by 2 twice. And it went like, let's see. Nope, let's go like this. So that's your kit. And let's see, I'm gonna get this one in here. You need an extra set of hands, girls. There you go. I hope you can take a screenshot of that. And then I'm gonna set this aside, and I'm gonna pull in the Flowering Fields DSP to show you how beautiful it is. So if you love flowers, you're gonna flip over this. Oops, let's move this out of the way. So let's see. Here's the piece. Now this is 12 by 12. Nope, that's not it. This comes 12 by 12, but I cut it down so it's easier for me to show you on the Facebook Lives. So this is the pattern that we're using on this card. And this is just a really pretty brushed watercolor. It also has on part of it some Rich Razzleberry. So there's that one. This one looks like it's got pumpkin pie and I'm not sure what this color is. It's shades of pumpkin pie and evening evergreen. And then the flip side has that cute little petite pattern on it, like kind of like a little fleur-de-lis. This is polka dots. That's definitely clips of coral. And then this piece has, it looks like fluffy clouds. This piece I love, and we're gonna use this on the next card. That's definitely, it looks like a little bit of Blushing Bride and Calypso Coral. And then this one was like kind of a watercolor wash, which is really good for scrapbookers who use 12 by 12. And then these two pieces are really interesting. So this 12 by 12, this is rows and rows of these tiny little, all different colors of tulips. So pretty. Definitely makes you think of Holland. And there's this coordinating stamp set and dies that are to die for. They're tulip dies. And then this piece, I tried to get like this piece cut. It starts where it kind of, it's rows of tulips kind of like on a tulip, oh, what do you call it? Farm, a tulip farm. So all the pieces, the tulips on the end of this get larger and larger. So they start out kind of tiny up here and then get larger and larger. So, and then the flip side of that is, again, that like watercolor wash with kind of, it looks, I think, pear pizzazz, tones of pear pizzazz, and then some blue over here. So the paper is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely. All right, I'm going to show you the easy way to make a Dutch door card. So this piece, remember, it's 4 1/8 by 8 3/4, scored at 5 1/2, and this is Highland Heather. And then, sorry girls, oh, noisy. And then your rich razzleberry piece, we're going to use some tear and tape. This is 2 1/4 by 8 1/2, scored at both ends at 2 1/8. So I'm just going to take my tear and tape, love this stuff, and I'm going to put it all across the midsection. And this is like a belly band, not a belly band, well, kind of. It's going to go on the back side. So because it's a moving card, you're going to want, you know, some extra reinforcements. So 3 pieces of that. And then I'm going to get this little smidge out of the way. Okay, and then I'm going to take my bone folder, and I guess you would call this burnishing, to make sure it's stuck on there. And then I'm going to take your pick tool, my little pokey thing, and pull this to the side. Oh. Okay. And then I'm going to place this towards the bottom of the card base. Not all the way, but just like a hair from the bottom. I guess you could do this just about, yeah, that looks good. Okay, so see how it works so far? And I actually got the pattern idea this time from Julie Davison, who's an amazing demonstrator. And she said the reason that she made the card base just a hair, you know, like 4 1/8 instead of 4 1/4 was because we wanted to fit in a regular size envelope. And with the band on the bottom, it makes it a little bulky. So now all I have to do is I'm going to take my 3 by 3 7/8 piece, and I'm going to put that on the flap. And then I'm going to get my two by 2s. And Julie said, which I tried to pay attention this time, I cut this and then I watched where the pattern was so that they would line up, you know, just like they, you know, I paid attention to how I cut it, where they're going to go. So this piece is going to go on the right, just a little bit. And she said she likes to put hers all the way, there's a border around each edge, but then she lined it up so it's almost all the way to the edge, so it's not an even border all the way around. And I thought that looked good. So thank you, Julie Davison. Okay, we're almost there. So the next thing, this piece, which was 3 1/2 by 5, I've already cut out. Isn't it adorable? And now I'm gonna stamp for you with this sweet little girl. And Kathy, oh, Kathy from North Dakota, are you excited to see this? Kathy sent me a message earlier today and was asking about blends, Stampin' Blends, and what colors. And so I just decided, Kathy, in honor of you, I'm just using this. I started coloring with it, and Kathy was asking about like different hair colors for this little girl. And she's going to make a blonde and a brunette and a redhead. And I can't wait to see it, Kathy. You'll have to share a picture of your cards when you get them made. Now I'm going to take the little girl and stamp her kind of up towards the top. It's a larger stamp, so you see I've got one of the biggest acrylic blocks. It probably would have been easy, or especially if you're going to make multiples of this card, to use your Stamparatus, because then you can just pop these pieces in and out and stamp a bunch of them. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in some smoky slate, and I just decided to do smoky slate for this little piece at the bottom, which I don't know what to call it. It's kind of, I guess, where she's kind of, I don't know, skipping along maybe, but I didn't like it in black. So this stamp, I will tell you, I'm going to try my best. It's kind of giving me little fits earlier because I was getting a shadow. Oh, yay. It's a good day. So you have to be careful with skinny little stamp. Do you see the excess rubber on this? I had to really pay attention that I didn't smush my stamp into the ink pad too much, because it was picking up, you know, all along the edges. But sometimes when I do that, you know, if I boo-boo like that, I could take, you know, we have that Tombow, what is that called? It's like a little art eraser, and I can take that and use it to erase. Or other times I want to tell you, like when something like this, especially if I'm making multiple cards, I will just sit with a scrap piece of copy paper and then practice with it. If I see it's going to be one of those that is kind of give me little fits, you know, so I just practice with it on copy paper before I actually go and make multiple cards with it. So that's how it looks so far. Oh, we need one more. I got a little butterfly, and I did stamp it in Memento because I'm going to color it in with the blend. I got that. Oh, let's see. Let me put it up here a little bit. Voila. The die barb is called Color. It's from there's a stamp set called Color and Contour. And the die set is wonderful. I've actually used the dies more than I have the stamp set. So the next thing, and this was one of Kathy's questions, so she asked me what color for like skin tones, and because this is like a cartoon, not like a real, like looking more like a real live person, I thought I'm gonna try. This is a little bit pinker than I like, but I like the way it turned out. So this is light petal pink. See how it is definitely a flesh tone, but it's a little pinker. Like if I was gonna do some, an image of, I'm trying to think, something that looked more, a person that looked more realistic, I probably would use like ivory and then add a little bit of pink in for the cheeks. So there's my light petal pink, and then you know what I like to do? I like to go in and we're gonna add some cheeks. And then her little nose and her mouth. Let me go up one side of her face. And that looks pretty good. What I usually like to do is go in and blend this in, because I don't like, you really can't see. Those two colors are blending really nicely. So there we go. She's looking sweet already. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with her hair. So Kathy, this is cinnamon cider. So this little girl is going to be a little redhead. And You could, I did hear Kathy today, one of my demonstrator friends, she was talking about coloring, using, for a redhead, she was using Cajun Craze. She said her daughter has red hair, and she was using Cajun Craze over cinnamon cider. So that might be a color too that you might want to look into. And then, I think you know this, but like on the on all of our blends, there's this brush tip, and then the other end I call the nub end. I don't know exactly, but and also you can see it here. It's a darker line, so when we're coloring, there's the brush and the thicker, not darker, thicker, and then this nub end has the thinner line. So I'm going to come in, and just to add a little depth, I'm going to dimension. I'm going to color just some of her hair around her face. And you can tell it's ever so subtle when you color like this with these the Stampin' Blends. It just makes such a difference, especially if I was coloring with regular stamp, which I love the Stampin' Right markers, don't get me wrong, but you know, if you've watched me for any amount of time, I love these Stampin' Blends. But there are things like, I know, I'll tell you this because I know we have some new people on. There is a trick that you can do with Stampin' Right markers that you can't do with Stampin' Blends. So with the Stampin' Right markers, I could actually take a Stampin' Right marker like Smoky Slate and color the net, and I could color actually onto the red rubber. It doesn't work with photopolymer. And then I could huff on it, which I say, it sounds like Darth Vader. And then you stamp it, and this one image is multiple colors because of Stampin' Right markers. Stampin' Blend markers don't work that way. That's something you can only do with the water-based marker. You can't do it with the alcohol marker. So that's, you know, don't get rid of your Stampin' Right markers, but if you see me coloring, you know I'm usually using the Stampin' Blends. All right, the next color, I'm going to use Light Smoky Slate. And this was something I saw Julie Davidson do on one of her cards. She just took and instead of coloring in the whole net, she just took it and kind of brought it to life by just going through these lines. And almost done. Now you know we're going to go in with some Wink of Stella after this is over to sparkle it all up. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in Light Highland Heather. And oh, you know what? I see I missed I did this earlier. I forgot. I was so engrossed in coloring her pretty little face. I forgot about these teeny tiny little hands and her neck and her legs. Glad I caught that. Okay, now I'm going to use, this is Light Highland Heather, and the reason I'm doing that is because it coordinates with the DSP and then also the card base. So if you're like me and you like matchy-matchy, this is how to do it. You want to stick with just a couple of colors and you coordinate it by keeping with those same colors. Like before I was a demonstrator, I probably, you know, would have had like multiple colors, but then I learned the trick. It's all about like keeping it simple and picking out, like you'll see me, I use the DSP a lot, and I decide, I see the image and then I get the DSP that I want to use with it, and then I stick with those colors. So you shouldn't have to use all, you know, you don't want to ever use like all the colors. You just want to stick to a couple, and then that makes for a nice card or colored image. Okay, there you can see I am adding just a smidge with the brush tip end. This is the dark Highland Heather. And there you can really see how this is why I go back in with the lighter shade. I want the lines to pop, or I want them to have depth, like, and dimension to it. So, but I don't want those brush strokes to be there. So I'm going to go back in with the lighter shade, and I'm just going to blend it. And it's just ever so subtle. And it's so pretty. Oh, wait till you see what I add after we're done with this. So my butterfly I'm gonna do in Rich Razzleberry, which is a color that's in the DSP. And it's also the color that I chose for the band. You can see. And this one. Oh, I think I'm gonna use the other end. This is like watching paint dry, I'm sure, for some of you. I'm sorry. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking with me. All right, and then a little bit of dark Rich Razzleberry. Also, sometimes if the images are tiny like this, I won't always go back in, but I'm gonna give it a little. All right. Oh, she's adorable. Do you love her? Okay. I'm gonna pull this to the side, and then let's see. Oh, I know. I need to bring back in the tear and tape. Now, this is one thing I noticed after I had the card all created for you all. Normally, I would not, like, this is going to show. So I don't know if I would, on another card, if I would put another layer, because when the recipient, like, opens this, they're going to see that, which I didn't notice. So I don't know how to correct that, or if I would just put another layer, you know, on the back of this. Okay, there I go, burnishing it. We're using tear and tape because it's going to be a movable card. And take your pick. Thank you, Gail. Oh yeah, Gail, you need this set. She is so cute and so fun to color. And Kathy, I can't wait to see your little redhead and brunette and blonde girl. Okay, the last thing I have to do is I'm going to stamp the verse on the inside, which is so sweet. It is collecting sweet thoughts of you. Isn't that sweet? And I'm going to use, where did it go? Here it is. Woo! You could also put a message, you know, underneath her feet if you wanted to. The words on this are so, so cute. You make my heart happy. Oh. Okay. Collecting sweet thoughts of you, and then the other one is celebrate every beautiful thing. So make sure my card's straight, and then you could always add some butterflies around this too if you wanted. That would be cute. Oh, gotta get this in here. pop this right into the middle. Ta-da! Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Oh, and I almost forgot. Oh my goodness. After I talked about it, got to do the wink of Stella. And I winked this whole thing up. I put it on the net. And I put it on her dress. I put a little on the ground. I don't know if I put it, yeah, just her dress. Isn't she sweet? So you could put an, you make my heart happy down here. Anyway, love this little girl. And so this stamp set, Catching Butterflies, will be available in the Saleabration catalog starting January 4th, and it is free with a $50 order. So let's get this out of the way. Now the next card, I am going to be honest with you. Hold on. The next card also uses the Flowering Fields DSP. So I don't need to show you that again. But I will tell you, oh, when I said about being honest. So this card is a very easy card. But I also thought we all need quick and easy cards at one point or another. That last minute birthday card, or, you know, you're going out the door and you're like, oh my goodness, I don't want to spend $5.99 at the Hallmark store or at Walgreens picking up a card. So this card serves a purpose. The DSP is the showstopper. And then, hold on, I'll show you what I used. So the stamp set, oh my goodness, I think I put the stamp set away, girls. The stamp set is from the Tulips. I can't show you the inside of the catalog, and I've got it behind me. So this is from the Tulips stamp set. No one deserves a happier birthday than you. Oh my goodness. Can you use this like those girlfriends or your family members? That's adorable. The label die is from Hippo and Friends, which has, I've talked about this before. The stamp set is adorable, the Hippo and Friends stamp set, but the dies are amazing because there you can see I've used the little hippo. There's a lamb, there's a horse, or you can use it as a unicorn. But do you see all of these label dies? That's the icing on the cake, because you don't have to have a love of hippos or Hippo and Friends. The die set Hippo and Friends is fantastic. So the one that I used from it is this one. That's what I use. So here's my tip. If you are a stamper that likes to, if you're a stamper like me that has a habit of needing a last minute card, here's a tip. Take out your dies and, like with your scrap pieces, this isn't a very good example, like scraps, you know, you're cutting down your cardstock. When you've got these small pieces like this, pull out these dies and just sit there and run a couple of these through, and then set them like in a little container, you know, by your stamp area. So when you need that last minute card, all you have to do is find a verse that goes, that fits in it. So that's my tip for last minute cards. And then get yourself some beautiful DSP. It doesn't have to be, you know, Flowering Fields, but I know there's got to be DSP in there that you love, or DSP that's laying around your house that you're like me, trying not to hoard because it's so pretty. Start cutting that up, and you can see how quick this came together. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how quick and easy it is. It's very simple. The card base, this is Calypso Coral. Isn't it pretty? 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. This layer is 4 by 5 1/4. And then this pretty DSP is 3 3/4 by 5. And then I used for the inside 3 3/4 by 5. This would be for the message on the inside. And then that little piece, where did it go? Here it is. If you use the hippo and dies, that piece was 3 1/2 by 2 1/2. So quick and easy. And I'm not even going to stamp for you, but I want to show you. I just want to show you that get yourself some pretty DSP and then just a couple of layers, and then in your spare time take your dies and use those scraps, or not, just start cutting out a bunch of them. You know, those label dies make it so easy. Does the die set? Yeah, the die set, Lynn is correct. The die set is in the annual catalog, Hippo and Friends. So I love it. All right, so there's your kit. And there I want to point out again, I pulled the colors for the layer and for the card base, you know, using the colors that were in the, that are in the DSP. So pretty, especially, oh my goodness, if you love flowers, you got to get it. All right, we're going to take the Flowering Fields DSP and, oops, we're going to layer it onto the Old Olive. The Old Olive is going to go onto the Calypso Coral. This definitely makes me think of spring, even though it doesn't really feel like we've had winter, right, girls? Not too much. And oh my goodness, for those of you who I talked to, you know, way back when Kelly and Mike got engaged, and I was like, the only thing I was concerned about was having it be a snowstorm or ice storm for December 18th. And wow, the week before was really warm, and it was a little chilly. I think the high was like 42 maybe for the day of the wedding. But we are so thankful we didn't have to worry about snow or ice or people traveling. Okay, I've already stamped this for you. That I used Old Olive again, so no one deserves a happier birthday than you. I'm going to pull in a new product, which I love. These are in the mini catalog, along with the Tulip Suite. They're called brushed brass butterflies, and they're adhesive backed. Don't they look sweet? There's I guess there's small and large, and I'm just gonna take my, you can see I kind of was playing earlier, because I think I'm gonna make a bunch of these. Okay, one's gonna go here, and then I'm gonna use a large one. Oop. There, and then one more. These are very pretty. They're prettier in person than they are, I'm sure, on this. Oh, you can kind of see. I'm looking up at the screen. They are. You can tell that they're brass and they're kind of shiny. All right, the last thing I'm going to do for this card is I'm going to bring in dimensionals, which I didn't use on the last card. And I always like to put, you know me, I overdo it. But I like one in the middle, especially if it's a larger die, because I don't like it sinking in. Oh my goodness. There's extra stuck on my page. Okay, pull these off. So I hope this inspires you. I hope you're excited. For those of you who have received your mini catalog, do you love it? Do you love what they have to offer for Saleabration? I'm excited. I couldn't decide. This was the other thing. I couldn't decide. Originally, I had thought I was going to put this down on the lower portion of the card, but then I was kind of playing with it, and I decided on the middle, just like that. Quick and easy. And then of course this piece goes on the inside, but I'm gonna wait till I have a verse that I have chosen for it to go there. But isn't it, I love this paper. I love, love, love it. And I love the butterflies. They make it a little special. So hold on one second. There we go. We're done for tonight, and it's only 7:45, so I thought I would gab more, but but I haven't. So you'll get done a little earlier tonight. Don't forget that if you place an order between now and Monday, that I'm going to gift you a bottle of this glue. It doesn't matter how big your order is. You can place it online, or you can always give me a call. And I will be happy to place the order for you. You don't have to go online. And in fact, if you have a smaller order and you live in the area, please give me a call and I'll combine it with one of my orders so that the shipping, you always pay a minimum of $6.95 for shipping. So if your order is small, give me a call and you can combine it with my orders, and then we'll connect somehow for you to get your order, and that'll save you a little bit of money. So Tombow glue, I love the stuff. Have a wonderful week, everyone. God's blessings to all of you. Thanks for tuning in on this Monday night, and I will see you on Sunday, January 2nd. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.